What are you guys up to today? We are busy, guys. It's that time of year. It's starting to get hopping again. It is starting to hop. Just went and did a bid the other day for some land clearing. I'll be doing that. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it tomorrow or the next day. Gotta wait and see how the schedule pans out. But I figured I'd drop in and say hi to you guys. Hopefully you guys have a good week. Hopefully we have a good week. And yeah, these job site. Excited. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, just wanted to pop in and say hi to you guys. Wanted to ask you guys what you thought of those little short video clips I uploaded the other day. I had a ton of just video clips on my phone. I'm like, man, I gotta clear some space. I wanted to pop those on. If you missed them, you can check them out on the VANDUYN family videos. I need my headset.
What? Who's that?
That ain't on my speaker. You guys spilling cereal everywhere? Come on. Thank you, sweetie. You have a good one. Okay. See, in the old dump truck, I don't have a stereo in there, but I got this, and this thing bumps. I never took the time to wire a stereo in there because I'm always wearing my headset, you know, in case somebody calls me, and I can play my music on my headset, you know. And when my brother was working with me, he was like, oh, this thing needs a stereo, man. I was like, dude, you don't need a stereo for work. You know, there's so much to think about. You don't need to be listening to music. You need to be focusing on work. And he kept bugging me, so I bought this thing. And this thing bumps. I've had this for, probably 2 years now, or a year and a half. It was kind of spendy. I'll admit that. I'm not gonna deny that. It was like $100 or something. This thing is bulletproof, and it's pretty. I like it. And it doesn't have to stay in the truck. I can put it in my shop. I can put it wherever I want and listen to my music, and it's plenty loud for me. So, look at this, guys. Empty parking lot. Except for the employees' cars. And then we're leaving. The one cool thing about having two brothers working for me is they get to carpool because they work at the same quarry. So they both have to show up at the quarry at the same time, which is really nice for them. And they're generally on the same job too, so that they love it. They love it, you know. We're making that money, Sean. We're making that cash. We got her all strapped down. 4 points of contact plus the boom, so 5. You know, these mini excavators, they don't come with those D-rings. I welded those. Those are a must. Like, I don't know why, you know, equipment manufacturers don't just weld those on. You know, a lot of people hook the chains to the tracks. Well, if you got rubber tracks, you can't really do that, but if you got metal tracks, they hook the chains to the metal tracks. I've seen machines with so many tracks off. That does not seem like a safe idea to me. I mean, people have been hauling them that way forever, you know. And so it is what it is, but I've seen so many machines with the tracks off. You know, I don't think it's a safe. I don't think it's the safest way possible to haul, you know, equipment, in my opinion. That's why I welded D-rings on all my machines, because, and it's so much more convenient too. You know, the chain just goes there and there. You don't have to climb up onto the deck to chain down. That's another thing, you know. So, alright guys, well, I gotta put my GPS on because I'm going somewhere I've never been before. So, alright guys, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to pound that like button. Check out those small video clips I released. There are a whole bunch of short videos. Me and Grandpa working on the 1960s case backhoe. I got some video that I want to upload. It's us detaching the hoe from the backhoe. But I want to glue those two clips together first before I post it. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty cool. And what's up, Joey? How you doing, brother? How you doing, man? This thing out of sleep. There you go. Yesterday, after work, that was a fun day. The CB and the International cracked that jig. Okay, let's see if she'll crack. No, she didn't pop off. We ain't going fast enough. No. She's too tired, Joey. She don't want to. Careful on my driveway with this trailer. Kind of narrow for a trailer. Thumbs down. I know. I need to just drop it off at a mechanic, see if they can diagnose it, because I'm too lazy and I feel like it's above my skill level to work on it. You know, Doug sent me a ton of good information, but it just seems so complex. Oh no, there's no way I'd ever get a pup trailer for a super dump. No, why would I spend... So here's my thinking behind that. Why would I spend... First of all, if you do get a pup trailer for a super dump, it's a specialized pup. It's a tandem pup trailer. Oh, there she popped up. Did you hear it? Yeah, buddy. With the pup trailer for a super dump, right? You don't make any more money. You get the same rate, $145, $150 an hour. So you don't make any more money. You haul like 7 tons more, 6 tons more, 5 or something. It's not very much. It's very little. And then think about all that extra tires you're burning up. Think about all the brakes you're burning up. Think about all the extra fuel, you know, with the trailer. Think about licensing, tonnage, tax. It's really not worth it. It doesn't pan out. It doesn't pencil, as my buddy would say. It doesn't pencil. Basically mean the numbers are not there to make it worth it. Because the super dumps are always busy. I've never had a problem, I mean, except for like 1 week or 2 weeks into winter that I didn't have work, and that was because of Christmas and New Year's, not because there wasn't work. So the super dumps, they stay busy enough. You don't need a trailer for those. Now this, I have been really considering getting a pup trailer for this truck, but I got a few things holding me back. The main thing holding me back is, you know, I don't really want to learn how to do a pup trailer. That's one of the main things, is I don't want to learn how to do it, because there's a lot of new things that you got to learn. You got to learn how to jackknife it just right, and you can't be driving on the reach. You got to learn when you're supposed to spread it and when you're supposed to, you know, compact it, how that reacts. And then on top of that, finding one that's cheap enough that it makes it worth it for me. Because you got to think about it. I already make $120 an hour. A pup trailer is only going to give me $25 more per hour. Right? So think about this. And this is another reason why I haven't bought a pup trailer for this. It's hard to make it pencil, right? It just doesn't pencil out for me. So you buy a cheap pup for 15 grand. If you can find one for 15 grand, just do these numbers with me real quick. Okay, I buy a pup trailer for 15 grand. It's gonna need a few tires, and then I'm gonna have to pay for the extra tonnage and the extra brakes. Probably gonna need brakes. I'd almost bet money on that. It's gonna need brakes. And then 1 or 2 lights. You know, once you're all said and done, you're into the pup trailer about $22,000 just to get it rolling. Okay, so now you think, okay, $22,000 investment at 25 bucks an hour. How long is it gonna take for me to pay that 25 grand off? Yeah, and if you buy a new one, you can spend $70,000, you know, in Washington. That's what they wanted to charge me for the pup trailer for the super dump, was 70 grand. 70 grand. And I was like, no. No. That doesn't pay. You know, you can buy a really good pup trailer for $40,000 in Washington, $50,000. You know, you can find them all day long for $30,000, but you're going to be hard pressed to find one as cheap as $15,000 and then put $5 grand into it. You know, so then you're at $20,000, which is still, you know, cheaper than buying a $30,000 one, but $20,000 investment, and then it's going to take you like 3 years just for it to break even, maybe 4 years, because you got to think, okay, you're only 25 into it right now, but at the end of 2 seasons, then you got to buy 4 new rubbers for it, or 6, depending on how many tires it is. Yeah, Bobby, I'm going to get them right now. So 6 tires, you know, and they're big tires, so guess what? 5 grand. So then you're into a 25,000, and every single year you're adding that extra $1,000 of the tags and tonnage, you know, and then another $500-600 in brakes, and then not to mention all the time you're going to spend wrenching on the thing. It doesn't pencil out for me, because I don't want to work every single day in the winter with this truck. I don't want to. I like to take my winters off and spend time with the family. You know? So, but for somebody with the truck payment, they need to keep that truck rolling every single day. I can see how it could pay for somebody like that, you know, where they have a truck payment and they need to make those payments. So they have to go and grab a pup trailer enough volume to stay busy enough payments in the winter, you know, I can see how that might pencil out for somebody, but for me, it doesn't really pencil out. And I know a lot of guys that refuse to haul trailers because they're like, it don't pencil for me either, you know. There's a lot of people, the trailer only starts to pencil out when you have more than 3 or 4 trucks, right? And you need to keep the truck busy because you have an employee. That's when it starts to pencil out. It doesn't pencil because of you're making a lot of money. It pencils because you're keeping the truck busy and you're paying your driver, and he's happy because he's getting his hours in the wintertime. You know, but if you got a guy, yeah, that's the only times it really pencils. You got so much more tires, you got so much more brakes, you got all those extra parts. I mean, it does not pencil out. That's one of the reasons why I don't recommend people to buy a truck and trailer for their first truck for their business. I always try and just say, hey man, if it were me, if I was starting my business again, I would buy a solo truck. You know, because it's the smallest investment to get into the game to see if you like it or not. You know, that's what I always kind of try and push people towards, you know, just say, hey man, don't go spend your money on a truck and trailer, because for one, you don't even know if you're going to stay in business. There's a Jake break. He's screaming today. So, yeah, I always push people towards buying like just a single truck, you know, when they're first starting out. That way, you know, if they don't like the business, if it doesn't pan out for them, I can say that's a lot less to try and get rid of. A lot easier to try and get rid of just one piece of equipment than two. Because a lot of times when you're trying to sell a truck and trailer, somebody will be like, oh, I'll buy the truck, but I don't want the trailer. And then, when you go and try to sell the trailer, good luck doing that, because they got nothing to plug it into to see if it works, you know. So then, they have to have a truck, you know. It's just more of a headache. If they don't like the business, it's easier to get rid of just a straight truck. On and off. There's got to be a loose wire. Roll that window up before I go deaf. Anyways, is the automatic transmission working? Oh yeah, Sean. Oh yeah. The International, I love that thing, man. That thing, I would recommend an automatic transmission. Here's why I would recommend an automatic. Because, for one, you know, you can hire a driver, anybody, to drive an automatic. You get, I hate to break it down like that, but a lot of guys think they can drive manuals, and they do not know how to drive manuals. I mean, they slip the clutch too much, they, you know, they grind the gears. It's so much easier for a driver that you hire to break a manual transmission than an automatic transmission. I mean, you really have to be doing some crazy stuff to break an automatic transmission. I don't know how you would be able to do it, but I'm sure there are guys that have done it. But a manual transmission, all it takes is one wrong shift and that thing could be toast. You know, is that likely to happen? No, that's not likely to happen. But that's all it takes is one mess up. You grab the wrong gear, or you try and jam that thing in the wrong gear, you know, or you cram that sucker in there, you can break the teeth off real quick, you know. And then there's the whole clutch brake, you know, the clutch brakes wear out, and you know, and then the driver's just cramming it in there because, you know, you got to go get it adjusted, and there's no time to get it adjusted, and you know, just all those things, you know. Automatics are the way of the future. That's just the truth. Jump on the bandwagon or get left at the train station. Yeah, you do got control with the manual. And here's what I always say. I say, you know, if the truck is for yourself and you feel good about your driving abilities, then buy a manual. If you're buying the truck for a driver, buy an automatic. Because when you're sitting in that passenger seat, they drive 100% different than if you're not sitting in that passenger seat. Don't let them fool you. They are driving different than when you're sitting in that passenger seat. You know, maybe they have a more of a lead foot. Maybe they don't finesse the gears as much. 99% of the time, that driver drives different when you're sitting in that passenger seat doing a driving inspection. So, you know, so I would say if you're buying it for yourself, you know, you can buy a manual, but if you're buying it for an employee, you know, buy an automatic. And that's why I just say buy an automatic to begin with, because eventually, you know, you got two options in business. Either you grow or you stay the same, or you shrink, basically. You know? So, if you know for a fact, like 1,000,000% that you don't plan on ever buying a second truck and hiring somebody, then yeah, you're okay with the manual. But if you are not 1,000,000% sure that you're never gonna hire somebody, come on, buddy, let's go. Getting out on that highway, you gotta grab some gears. You gotta grab some gears. That's what I'm talking about right there. But yeah, if you're not 1,000,000% sure that you're never gonna grow your business any further, buy an automatic, because it's just gonna be easier in the future for you. You know, like this Detroit, you know, it shifts 100,000,000% different than any other truck I've ever driven in my life, because it's two-stroke. So guaranteed, the driver I train is not going to be able to shift this thing properly his first month in the truck. He's going to grind every single gear the first month of driving it. You know, guaranteed. Because I did. I mean, I ground. Not something that you're used to. Like this, the RPM range is different. You know, it's got a different motion to it. You know, I mean those 4-strokes. You know, they and a lot of those motors you can really lug them down. This truck you can't lug it down. You know, and that's a habit that somebody's got to break when they're getting into this truck. Anyways, guys, I gotta put my GPS on so I don't get lost going to this job site. I kind of know where it's at. I know it's in Chehalis, but I've never been there before, so I'm gonna have to put my GPS on. And we're coming up to a dead zone here, so thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to ship. It's only $1, less than $1 per month. Free. And you know, I'm starting to build up the content in the members only section. A lot of new videos coming out are just going to be for the members. They're going that extra mile to help, you know, to help put this channel up there, you know, and so they get the extra content, you know. That's kind of the way I feel, you know. If you're gonna put that extra $1 a month, you know, or whatever you wanted to do, you know, that helps, you know, pay for my camera equipment. It helps pay for all this time that I just blow showing you guys stuff that, you know, a lot of the videos I do, the ad revenue is so small, you know, like if I were to go back and calculate how many hours I've worked on YouTube versus how much it's very small what YouTube pays you, you know, and I don't do it for money. I do it to help people, but, you know, it's a way for you guys to show your appreciation towards all the hard work that goes into making these videos. Even if they ain't the best quality, I'm showing you guys tricks and tips that you're not going to get from anybody else, because nobody talks about it, because it's the industry secrets. You know, nobody tells you the stuff that I'm telling you. Nobody's going to show you their QuickBooks. Nobody's going to show you, you know, what really goes on in business, you know, like the hard times, like I show you, you know. So I feel like that's people going the extra mile to say, hey man, I really know how much you put into these videos and stuff. You know, I appreciate it. Here's $1, you know. And it's not that much, but it does add up a little bit, you know. So that's why I'm starting to push that on you guys a little bit harder than I was before. You know, so enough of that. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Maybe I'll show you this rockery rock when I get there. Maybe not. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Catch you guys later.